Hello, I'm Silvia Fernandes, curator of the Longevity Hábitos portal. Um, Today, I want to talk about something that often gets misunderstood: the power of daily rituals. We tend to think of rituals as routines, things we do automatically. But true rituals are different. They are intentional. They create meaning. They anchor your day in a way that stabilizes your mind and regulates your physiology. And what's fascinating is that the body responds to rituals almost the same way it responds to safety. When your day has predictable touch points, your nervous system relaxes. Your stress hormones settle. Your energy becomes steadier. And your mind becomes clearer. Daily rituals are effective because they create micro moments of regulation. They interrupt autopilot. They give your brain a cue that says, you are here, you are present, you are safe. And when your brain receives that signal consistently, everything else becomes easier. Your focus, your sleep, your emotional balance, even your digestion and immune function. One of the most powerful aspects of rituals is that they don't need to belong. What matters is repetition and emotional tone. A ritual becomes transformative when it marks a transition. The moment you shift from sleep to wakefulness, from work to rest, from tension to release, these transitions shape your internal rhythm. They tell your body when to activate and when to unwind. For example, the way you begin your morning has a measurable impact on your cortisol curve, the natural rise in energy that sets the tone for your entire day. A simple morning ritual that includes light movements or intentional breathing can stabilize that curve and improve your energy for hours. The same is true at night. A predictable wind down rituals signals your brain to produce melatonin, making sleep deeper and more restorative. But rituals aren't only about physiology, they are also about identity. When you repeat a small action every day with intention, you reinforce the story you tell yourself about who you are. A person who takes a moment to breathe before opening their laptop becomes someone who values presence. A person who steps outside for a few minutes of sunlight becomes someone who prioritizes their well-being. A person who ends the day with reflection becomes someone who lives consciously rather than reactively. What makes rituals so powerful is that they create continuity. In a world that constantly pulls your attention in 1,000 directions, rituals bring you back to yourself. They create a sense of inner stability that doesn't depend on motivation or perfect circumstances. And over time, these small anchors accumulate. They shape your mood, your energy, your resilience, and even your long-term health. In the next video, I will show you how to design a set of personal rituals that fit your lifestyle. Rituals that feel meaningful, grounding, and deeply supportive, no matter how busy your days are. Do you want to learn it? Stay with me.